And the really good Christmas movies are shot in California. So everybody doesn't look like they're in pain when they're outside wandering around. Yes, I hear you, ducks. I'm coming. It's about to get really cold again. And it's hard to breathe when it gets really cold. So I threw a scarf back into the picture. Clothes I keep by the door to go in and out all day. Not bad yet, but it's coming. It's in the air. You can feel it coming. I gotta change water. Garden grains, cracked corn, mealworms. Fresh water, fresh straw. They know if I'm coming out here, something good's gonna happen. Everything's always good. When I leave, it's good in here. So no more big bowl for the ducks today because it's getting really cold, and I just put a bunch of fresh straw down. Fresh meaning it was on that side, left over from the Arctic blast. I had more straw around that house than I needed to have back there, and I was wondering what I was going to do with it because I don't like wasting it. But it made a huge difference because now the ground is not wet. So I'm happy with that. But I do have to open another bale because it is getting cold. And I'm going to need to put fresh straw on the houses. But I don't want to use it for the floor. Cool. The tomatoes that accidentally came in here are doing wonderful. I fished them out of the celery, which I repotted, and is doing wonderful. Super happy with it. The flowers that had aphids were, after they were treated with diatomaceous earth and left alone for a while, they were rinsed really well with soapy water, which I mix right in the watering can, the other watering can, so it has a nice spray to it when I'm rinsing. And later I hit it with diatomaceous earth again lightly, and they are hiding on the bottom shelf. They were also cut back severely. Those are snapdragons. So the ones on the top, still clean, not having a problem. And it should always be that way. The good stuff that's not having any problems should always be on top. You don't want to be looking at the things that are struggling. It's that time of year. Middle of January. It is what it is. I have one catmint that I haven't had to cut back. It wasn't very big when I potted it. My catmint had reseeded and I was repotting it, so I put some of them in pots by themselves. Elderberries are all starting to pop. I do think that there are some random hydrangea sticks in here, and it'll be easy to see the difference later. But it's nice to have a pot that's popping. This happened to me last year, and I had really super good luck propagating elderberries year-round. All different sizes, shapes, pieces. I did put every one of them in the ground somewhere on the property. So they'll be popping up everywhere, which means I could probably sell some this year. Just got done filling up bird feeders. I got interrupted by a phone call in the greenhouse. Not much going on in there anyway. Got to fill up one more. One of my favorite parts about winter is feeding the birds, and I do not feed them in the summer. They say if you feed the birds in the summer, then you have to feed them in the winter. But I don't need to feed them in the summer because my garden feeds them. There's lots of food around. So I only feed them in the winter. And then a little bit into the spring till the garden gets going. I picked some pieces for the chickens. So every time I come out here and pick some for me and some for the chickens, this gets a little more cleaned up from that Arctic blast that hit everybody. I need a few more pieces for me. Oh, this basket sitting on my stepping stone. Gave it a blanket for the middle, straw around the edges. Use what you have. Sometimes it's plastic. Plastic covers more space than this burlap does.